Fine, good evening, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. So this is a prequel to the abandoned and decaying house you're about to watch. And the reason for this prequel is because I found out some really interesting information hours after I filmed. So I had to say that almost never happens. In fact, I think I can count on one time that's happened, that's this time. So since I have this other information, I wanted to share it with you. Then you can watch the video and just enjoy the scenery. So what I know is that the house had been owned by a Larry Lockerby, who was a taxidermist. And he ran a taxidermy business from his home. As I understand it, there may have been an apartment at some point on the second floor. Mr. Lockerby decided to move to New York. He worked for the Department of Fish and Wildlife. He decided to run a taxidermy business again from New York. You should read the reviews, really glowing about the great work and the attention to detail. Really complimentary things to say, people had to say about him. Because he left for New York, the house was left unattended, and, well, to say it fell into disrepair would suggest you could still repair it, and no. That is, it's too far gone. You'll see it. It's interesting driving on one side of the road. I mean, the house is sagging, but you don't realize how bad it is until you come back on that same road. Like, oh my gosh, what happened to this place? Which is why I decided to film it. Now, I'm not going to tell you where it is. It's just not something I would want to share. But if you come upon it, know that parking there was really very difficult. My car was partially in the street. I was parked as far off as I felt it was safe to do it. My car was on an angle. You know, it was scary to me. So there's just no good place to park there. There's no side of the road at all. So just be aware of that should you find it and decide to look at it. It's jaw-dropping, to be honest, when you see it out there. But you don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to try to park. You don't have to do that at all. Excuse me. You can just watch my video and think, holy guacamole. Whoa. Alrighty, well, on that happy-dappy note, please enjoy the next section of the video. And I'm sure you will find it as jaw-dropping, mind-numbing, stupefying as I did. So, please enjoy. Thanks. Well, fine, good afternoon, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I'm in Grand Isle County. It's the best I can do for you. And here is this interesting abandoned house right here. Now, understand, here in Vermont and probably anywhere in the world, I wouldn't necessarily think a building is abandoned because of weathered clapboard on it. I would wait to see if there's any smoke coming out of the chimney in the wintertime. But this one, we can see the roof has certainly failed. And can you see how 2 rooms are open to the great outdoors? We can see that looks like, I was going to say wallpaper, but that might just be like mildew or something on the walls over there. And it's admittedly kind of hard to see with the glare of the sun. But over here, I thought that was wallpaper, but maybe not. And I don't want to walk too much on the property here, but it's a shame. It makes me wonder what happened with this place. My friend and I were just discussing it. Maybe it had been a fire. Maybe the heirs fought over it after people died. Who knows? Maybe there are no heirs. So, interesting. You can definitely see the the holes in the roof and the tremendous sag as well. So, I mean, there's no saving this house. That is true. You can throw buckets of money at this and really just tear it down and build again. So, anyway, the rest of the house, I mean, I don't know about the back, but the other two sides, the front and the other side of the building, look all right. But this side caught my eye when I was driving by, and I just had to stop. I do see right there the blue barrel, which looks like it has a garbage bag in it. So maybe someone did try to salvage this. More power to them if they have, I don't even know. I can't imagine trying to save this house. All right, so as I look at this some more, I'm struck by the idea that I'm sure some of the stuff that's been on the house fell to the ground, like the roofing shingles and who knows what else. But there's nothing on the ground that suggests to me that someone didn't come and clean it up. And zooming in so you can see now, it looks like there's some stuff in that scrub area, the tree and whatever that stuff is there, former plants. So it makes me think that someone is paying attention to what's happening to the house. And then my friend pointed out there's a couple of blue barrels in the, I'm presuming it was a bedroom at one time, off to the left here. And, whoops, sorry, my phone is not happy with colder weather. It goes blurry, so let's see if I can focus now. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to pause this to get in front of the house to show you that, and so you don't have to try to see what I'm seeing. So I'll be right back. All right, so this is the front of the building. As you can see, if you didn't know the roof was caved in on the other side, you might think, not bad. That said, let's dispel that thought, because there's a tree. Do you see the tree in the window there? And then it's hard to tell because of the trees behind, but this piece here, there's a tree growing up the side, and then it looks like it came into the house, and it's growing a little bit to the left outside of the house. Yeah. And this would have been very likely the entrance, because this is the only flatter piece of land. Otherwise, it's almost like a culvert in front. You can see there's a dip. Yeah, you can see from the side of the road to here. You can see this other tree is very close. You don't want to have trees close to a house. You don't want to have them close to headstones. They do the same thing with houses. Roots get underneath, they uproot things. They get into systems, ruin things. So, and then might as well, why not? I'll stand on the side of the road at this place too and get the other side of the building for you. Not the back, but the other side. Hang on. Alrighty, and this is the other side. And if you didn't know any better, you would think it's just a house and that needs a lot of TLC. Whereas the other side, of course, the roof is caved. And you see the two upstairs rooms. But if you look, it's hard to tell because this side is in such shade. But, oh, there we go. You can see it better now. Now you can see there are what look to be concrete blocks right here as foundation on the corner alone. And I can't see much on that side. I can see with my naked eye, but here there are other concrete blocks, but no other foundation between. And so the building is sagging, definitely. You see the roof is sagging horribly. And given the amount of work that you'd have to do to try to bring this back, it's just, you know, preservation is hard, and I'm telling you, you just need to tear it down and start again. So anyway, saw this. I don't know what it was. Let me get over. I have one more thing to show you, so hang on. All right, and the last thing I want to show you is this sign. I don't know. Was this a B&B? Was it a doctor's office? A dentist's office? Was it as my friend pointed out, maybe it just said someone's name on a farm, or maybe it was a farm stand? No idea. But if I find out more, I'll share it with you. So, and this tree right here is an apple tree, by the way. There are still apples on it. Pretty cool. Alrighty, well, this is Patricia, and I'm traveling for history. Appreciate you coming along with me today. Follow me on social media and TikTok. That's Traveling for History on all three of those. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. One Ellen Traveling. I'm on Twitter, Traveling for High 1, Traveling for HI numeral 1. And certainly my YouTube channel, Traveling for History. And my website, travelingforhistory.com. So, appreciate you watching. Until I see you tomorrow, hey, have a fabulous afternoon.